guys, welcome to the Rent Club's YouTube channel. And this is like the first episode of our new series, which is basically acquiring a modern classic in India. And today we have someone really, really special on the channel. And this is Lakshman from Kerala. And he has one of, if not the most desirable modern classic, according to me at least, in the country. And he has a really interesting story of how he acquired it, how he developed a taste to it, and how he's continuing to fall in love with this beauty. So before we get to the car itself, let's just learn something about Lakshman and what he's into, what his first car was, and what his preferences were back then. Lakshman?
Hi, Adit. Thank you for calling me into the show. So, my name is Lakshman. I'm from Thrissur, Kerala. So my first car is a Volkswagen Polo 1.6 diesel, and I have done a couple of modes to it. Like I have done a hybrid turbo, BBK 288mm BBKs, and stage 3 tune from RBR.
How many horses is that car putting down?
It's like 160.
160 horses. Okay, that's pretty insane. And so this is your first car. You took part in a couple of events with that car, if I'm not wrong, right? Before you move it on to this.
I went for the Bangalore drags and all.
Okay, cool.
Broom.
So we were in Taneja together, never met each other. Wow. But yeah. So insane. So what times did you put down in the quarter mile in your Polo?
I did very good in the trial and I did very bad in the final
race. Oh shit. Okay.
Yes, then you should have seen the video. There is a guy, my friend was taking the video, and the guy next to him was like, "Oh, the red polo guy, is he sleeping?"
Oh,
I had a bad start in the final. But I got a good timing in the trial.
So that's pretty cool. So you had the 1.6 Polo, you were enjoying. And you had started a search for another car which you wanted to acquire. And what was that?
I was planning for a F30 or an F10.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, the F30 is basically the 3 Series before the current Gen 3 Series. And the F10 is the 5 Series before the F95 Series, which is the F95 Series is the generation with the M5, which came with all-wheel drive, the first all-wheel drive M5. And so he was looking at both these cars because both of them have insane tuning potential. And you are a big fan of the Need for Speed Most Wanted game, if I'm not wrong, right?
Yes. Like everybody is a fan of me, right?
Yeah, for sure. So that's where you first really heard of the E46.
Like I didn't know it was there in India. Like I saw an ad in OLX. There is one car in Chandigarh. So I texted him. So it was a pretty cool guy, and he sent me photos of the car. There was some other buyer also. So I got I was a bit
very scared when you wanted the car badly.
This is the only car. This is the only car in in India. So the next day we went to Chandigarh. So next day so it was all of a sudden we went to Chandigarh. So we reached there. We saw the car, but the car was not in a good condition, and
it was not up to your standards.
Up to my standard, It was not my cup of tea.
So basically, it had
heartbroken in Chandigarh.
So you didn't want a full-on project where you had to straight up source parts and restore the whole car, which is why he didn't lean towards this car in Chandigarh. And he had basically crossed half of India in search of a car that he thought was in pristine condition and came to see a car which was very far from it. And so you were in Chandigarh, and then?
Yes. Then we thought we'll explore some Chandigarh places and all. So we stayed one more day. I wanted the car, but the car is not in good condition. We were negotiating, but still, how much we negotiate the car, I have to. It was a money pit.
Yeah.
So it was not a good idea. So the day then. We thought anyway we came here, so we had to catch the flight from Delhi. So we are planning to go to Delhi. At time we were when we were planning to go to Delhi, one of my friends, Swaroop, called me. That is the only guy I told him about like my trip to Chandigarh, because he bought a W211 from Delhi and he drove it down to Kerala like one or 2 weeks back before I was coming.
Right.
So he told me there is a car in Delhi, so it's it looks pretty neat and you should go and see the car. Then I told, okay, we are leaving. We caught the next bus and we went to Delhi.
Wow.
We reached Delhi by like 11. We stayed there near the last location, some hotel. Yeah. The next morning we went. We saw the car. The car was in very good condition. Like we went for a test drive. So by evening, all the papers and everything was done. And next we went to Agra, planning to see the Taj Mahal.
Right. So you went to see one of the wonders of the world, and you discovered the 46th wonder of the world in the process.
Yeah.
What a legend. Okay, cool.
So we went to Agra. That night itself we went to Agra and we stayed there. Next day we saw the Taj Mahal, and when we started journey to Kerala. Good part is like I had a good experience like driving the car in many places.
So the car he's referring to.
Never thought I'll.
The car he's referring to is very conveniently a little bit to his left. Can you move the camera?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Just look at her. How clean she is. If like you can't find a car with that level of like perfection and like originality, you just can't find another car like that today. So the E46 Lakshman saw in Chandigarh was a 325i, and that was also a straight six. And this is a 320i. And while the naming shows that car is higher, it's actually the same engine, and the only change is a tune basically.
Yes. And this car is 170 and that car is 190.
Okay, that's BHP. Yeah.
Only so that's the same M54 engine.
Yeah. So it's the same desirable engine, and the reason anyone buys an E46 is not even for the powertrain most of the time. While it is like a really linear powertrain and it's a very nice engine, the chassis of an E46 is the most perfect chassis one can find today. Yeah. And especially to get one in that condition is like almost impossible. Just perfect. It looks like it's sitting in a Japanese background with that tree on top of it with the pink flowers. It looks so cool.
It's a Japanese import actually. The
E46. E46 with the tree.
Yeah. E46.
Okay,
46.
So cool.
Car is from Japan. It was used by a diplomat. It was an embassy car.
Yeah.
So this car has the history note. So this car has Japanese history, sales like service history. Full history. Yeah, I'll send a couple of pictures. Yeah, I'll send a couple of pictures of the books. And medical kit and everything was there.
So it's just insane that this car was so well kept. Because first off, like this is one of the later E46s, which obviously it will probably be better maintained than one of the earlier E46s that were imported. But I have you guys know me to be the very interested OLX finder. So I've been looking and I haven't come across anything like close to half as clean as Lakshman's car. Because I've been through so many different listings. Some of them don't even have engines. Some of them, one axle is missing for no reason. The steering wheel's gone. One seat is gone somewhere. It's like all fractured cars. They've lost one hand somewhere due to diabetes or something. So it's just too funny. But yeah. So you got the car. You saw it in the morning. You bought it in the evening. True love.
Yes.
And
we bought it. We bought the car. We went to the pump, full tank. We left Delhi. Next minute. The night itself, we left Delhi and we went to Agra. That night, we went to Agra, stayed in Agra.
Brought the 46th wonder of the world next to the first wonder of the world.
Then we went to Taj Mahal. We saw the Taj Mahal. Then we left from Agra.
Okay.
So we were like, we didn't plan for a road trip. We were like, we'll truck the car. That was the plan. After the test drive, I was like, I'll drive it down. there is no way I'm going to truck this car.
It was so perfect.
So, yes.
So you
we
so
drove the
the
car
usual
down.
thing is so the usual thing with modern classics or even like proper classic cars is that when you buy a car which is halfway across the country, probably a couple of thousand kilometers away, you don't usually get a car which is in good enough condition to drive it down because you assume it's going to break down, it's going to overheat, or it's going to have some issue. But he drove it for like 5 minutes and he just knew that this car was perfect and nothing was going to go wrong. And he decided to drive it from all the way in Agra to down to Kerala, which is almost a
Yes.
2,000 kilometer drive, if I'm not wrong, right?
2,900.
Okay, that's a long drive. Yeah,
And the funniest part is we were completely depending on Google Maps.
yeah,
So for some reason we went to Bhopal.
yeah.
Then some it was a very adventurous drive. But the good thing is I get to drive the car more,
Yeah.
see more places.
Hmm. So it was like a proper journey more than like just like it was a proper adventure and exploring the
Yeah.
car as well. I'm sure you'd have learned so much about the car just on your drive down here, gotten
Yes,
comfortable with it and stuff like that. The E46, for a lot of you guys who might not know what an E46 is, which if you're watching this channel, I'm sure you're a petrolhead, go find out. But yeah, the E46 is if according to me, it's one of the possibly best chassis if you want to build like a track car or something like that, because it handles beautifully. It's a front engine rear-wheel drive drivetrain, which is the most desirable drivetrain, at least to me, for like a sports car or something like that. And it handles beautifully. It can take power, and they're BMW chassis. They're made to be drivers' cars. They're just anything. Like you can, from all the way down from a 316, which might not be that powerful, all the way up to an E46 M3. Every one of these cars is considered to be a pure driver's car. It's a purist car, really. Many people wouldn't prefer an E46. That's for a completely different reason, because they're not supposed to be insanely powerful. They're not supposed to make stupid numbers. They're not supposed to punch above their weight or anything like that. They're supposed to be like enjoyed. They're supposed to be cars that you go canyon carving in, you take corners in at speeds which are unimaginable in a lot of other things. So I actually spoke to Lakshman about this just before, because I'm in love with E46s as well, and if I find one, I'm going to pounce. But his 1.6 Polo, he says it's a 1.6 Polo stage 3, of course. It makes 160 horsepower, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so he says that car is actually quicker in a straight line than the E46. But we both understood that doesn't even make a difference, because that's not what the E46 is made to do. And he says he can probably take corners way faster than the Polo can ever dream of taking a corner in the E46, because of how planted it is at like higher speeds and like just how perfectly the car is made up. You just can't compare the two. And honestly, like even if we compare other cars that make like so much more power in probably a very similar budget, it's a very different driving experience, and it really depends on what you're looking for. And to me, the E46 is just perfect. And the fact that there's not too many of them in our country, and the fact that it's definitely a modern classic, it's 100% gonna like probably appreciate, according to me at least. It's an investment also, and it's just such a perfect car. So what do you think, Lakshman? Like, what are your thoughts on the car? You've had one, you've driven it so much.
It's very sporty and it's fun. It's very fun to drive, and it's like a blend of fun and sporty feeling. You'll get like pure driving
pleasure.
Enthusiasm you'll get from driving
so
pleasure you'll get.
It literally lives up to BMW's tagline today, which I'm not even sure if like compared to an E46, I doubt that any of the modern BMWs deliver that kind of driving pleasure. And this was a time when BMW actually cared, when BMW really cared about maintaining this and making a fun car more than a fast car, which is something that I can go on a rant about for about 3-4 days at least, just talking about how horsepower numbers are so useless. 0 to 100s are so useless if the car isn't fun. You can drop a V12 into literally anything. You can make it stupidly quick. That's not the point of a car. It's supposed to handle. It's supposed to be fun. And that's exactly what the E46 is. And so, if I'm not wrong, you picked up the car and on the same day you bought something else, right?
Yeah, I bought the M3 bumpers, which you can
so
M3 bumpers.
Can you imagine this guy? You pick up a car, you see the car, you drive it for 10 minutes and you buy it. In the next 15-20 minutes, you order a bumper for the car. You're like, I'm ready. I'm all into this.
But
project,
like I
let's
had
go.
to wait a month. Like we reached in 3 days. The bumper came in like a month.
Okay.
So I had to wait for a month to reveal the car.
Oh, so you didn't reveal the car without the bumper?
No.
You didn't tell anyone about the car?
No, I didn't tell anyone.
What a legend.
Only few of my friends knew. So I was like, when the bumper came, I silently changed it and revealed I bought a BMW.
So were you like driving like very low key and going at like awkward timings? So
Yeah,
everyone's talking to
I
you?
usually take it at night only.
Okay. So legendary. So now you've had the 46 for how long?
Like 1.5, 2 years.
And you're absolutely enjoying the car. No plans of selling it. Nothing.
Yeah. No.
Who can say where the road goes, where the day flows, only time.
It's perfect.
And
So
recently I bought a BBS CHR for the car.
it's complete now. There's nothing left. Please don't do anything. It's so perfect. It's like, it's just, what a car. Wow. The car is like so clean. I can't wait to see the CHRs on it.
Yeah, me too. So this is
Look at that. It's got
Well,
surgical scissors. You're carrying a full ambulance
And-
around with you everywhere.
yeah. And some sort of certificate or report, something I don't know what it is. And Japanese maps.
Insane. He's got everything. The manual, the service history,
Yeah, the
everything in
service
Japanese
records,
also. Wow.
Everything is there.
So basically, you got the BBS CHRs. You're in love with the car
Yeah.
and you're enjoying it completely. And so, what's your future plan for this car?
Nothing much, but like I like the Super Sprint exhaust. I've seen a couple of videos in YouTube about exhaust and all. Like
Mhm.
pretty nice, but now it's stock.
Mhm.
But I like it's stock. Like very refined, pure.
Yeah,
Very.
it's a great car.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. So, to conclude this, if any of the people watching this video or any of us find an E46 in a condition, even like slightly close to the E46 Lakshman has picked up, you have to tell me because I'm dying. for
No,
one.
no, no.
Why you want it?
Yeah, like I want.
Oh, God, no. The man wants another one. God help us.